Good morning. So, welcome and well done for those that have completed another week, Fridays. And just to get the energy for the weekends, we will be doing a more energetic practice, a Vinyasa practice, but with modification. So, place your hands on your knees and then just, as every morning, just make some gentle stretches, some twistings. Always remember, if you move your neck, guide it from the shoulders, so the neck is protected, especially on the first few times that we stretch. The body might be a little bit more stiff and it might be a little bit more difficult to notice how much to stretch. Good, and then we come to the center. Relax the shoulders. Bring the stomach in, but nice and soft. Chin towards the chest. And lengthening from the top of the crown of the head, close your eyes. The eyelids are soft, the gaze up. And start breathing deeply. Perhaps even noticing just with the first few deep breaths how your body starts to soften. Relax the jaw. Good, and then with the right hand, place it on the belly, the left one on the chest. And let's practice some full yogic breath, starting with the inhalation from the abdomen. And whenever possible, raising towards the chest. And then exhaling, lowering from chest to abdomen. And keep going with this rhythm. And only when the breathing is long enough for that inhalation to come up towards the clavicular, then we do so. And as we exhale, again from top to bottom, we relax. Creating a space and relaxing. And carry on with the lengthening of the breath that feels comfortable for you. Always try not to compare yourself with anyone else, not even with yourself, with what you did yesterday. Just notice what is it that you need today in this present moment. Good, and then bring the palms together at the level of the heart, pressing gently. And from here, we'll start our gratitude practice. As we've been practicing for a few days, perhaps you already notice how easy it is to bring some things to say thank you for into our mind, into our awareness. And grateful, it becomes more and more easy each time. Perhaps you already have that feeling through the day as well. And then set your intentions for this practice. Your intentions for the day. Raise the palms up all the way, pointing towards the ceiling. And then exhaling, spreading the arms to the sides, chin to chest. Rest the arms. Deep breath in and out. And with a few blinks, open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you for joining. So we're going to do the first Vinyasa just to get the spine moving. And Vinyasa is only, it can be the type of practice, but also Vinyasa is the combination of at least two postures creating a sequence. So we have practiced this Vinyasa before, and it's called cat cow. It's one of the most popular ones. So we come on tabletop with hands shoulder width apart, knees hip width apart. Soften the elbows, bring the stomach in so the spine is straight. Make sure there's no tension on the shoulders. We're going to be moving the shoulders as we move the spine. So as we inhale, soften the elbows, bring the belly button towards the mat, look up. And then as we exhale, round the spine, extend the arms, chin to chest. Good, and again, inhaling, tailbone up, look up. And exhaling down. Make sure that the toes are pointing, so there's not much weight on the knees. Inhaling and exhaling. Twice more. Inhale. Good, and exhale. And last one, inhale and exhale. Good, and then come back to the center, activate the core, tuck the toes under, and coming on to our first downward facing dog. Bend the knees one at a time. Good, and then from there, position yourself, align yourself by bringing one step forward with both feet to shorten the distance from feet and hands. Good, and then bring the chest towards the thighs, soften the elbows and find the shoulders relaxed. Very good. And the head, try to have the ears aligned with the arms to bring the chin slightly towards the chest, but without tension. Good, and then from there, we're gonna bring the weight towards the hands by bringing the shoulders forward in almost like a very high plank, and then start walking forward towards the hands, towards the front of the mat. And now inhaling, this is what we call halfway up by having the legs straighten, arms straighten and back. But that can also be down here if possible. So you find the position that is comfortable for you, where both limbs and spine can be straightened, and resting the hands on the shin or feet. Good, and then from there we soften the knees to protect the lower back. Inhaling, bring the arms to the sides and start coming all the way up, looking up, and exhaling, arms through the sides. Good, and only when the arms are down and the body is all aligned, then we can straighten the legs. But always try to have the thighs active, kneecap slightly up. So we're gonna do slow first round. So don't worry about the breathing. We try to synchronize the breathing with the next one. Bring the big toes touching and the heels slightly apart, so the feet are parallel to each other. Soften the knees, and the spine is soft, so we don't need to be aligning. It's just relaxed. Shoulders back and down. And then as we're inhaling, we're raising the arms up, bring the hips forward, look up, look at the thumbs, and then exhaling, spread the arms. Bring the hips to the back. You can do more than one breath on this movement. Move slowly to get a good stretch, to notice what is happening on each position. So here from up, we would come into a forward fold. And on the next inhalation, we would come to that halfway up, legs, arms, spine straighten. Good. And then we place the hands bending the knees on each side of the feet, having some support, and then we bring the right leg back. Good. And then the left one into like a plank pose. Just because we're doing the variations, bring both knees down. Shoulders rolling in, so the inside of the shoulders need to point towards the outside. And that way, as we bend the elbows, we're gonna have the upper arms very close to the ribs. And then we lower down without touching the floor with the chest. And then when we're very close, we bring ourselves forward and up dog. And shoulders back and down. Good, and then there. And important here in this position is that the shoulders are not closer from the front, but rather from the back, and that the knees are not holding much weight. So we want to have the insteps very active. Good, and then from here we tuck the toes under and lift up the knees first, then the hips, and downward facing dog. One step forward. And breathe there in your downward facing dog. Breathing deeply. Lifting from the hips. Elbows soft. Remember to, when you're positioning yourself in your downward facing dog, bring one step forward. It helps. Good, and then from here, we're gonna inhale and raise the right leg. Bring yourself slightly forward in like that high plank. Bend the knee and bring the leg onto the front of the mat. Good, and then from there, bring the other leg forward into halfway up. Straighten the spine, the legs. And then after that, exhaling, forward fold. And then bend the knees, inhaling, coming up. Arms towards the ceiling, slightly back bend by softening the knees and bringing the hips forward. Good, and then as we exhale next time, bring the hands to the sides. Good, and then you can straighten the knees slightly. Good, so we're gonna do the same on the other side. Taking our time as well to bring the balance in both sides. So inhaling, looking up, and then exhaling, spread the arms, bring the hips to the back, stomach in so the spine is straight. Another round of breath here on the downward facing dog to find that extra stretch on the back of the legs, on the spine. Good, and then from here, inhaling halfway up. Good, and exhaling, bring the hands down, soften the knees and bring the left leg back. And then the right. Then we bring both knees down. Stomach in, roll the elbows, bring the elbows closer towards the sides, coming lower down slowly, and then push yourself forward and up dog. Good, shoulders back and down and look up towards the ceiling. Good, and then we tuck the toes under, lifting the knees, then the hips, downward facing dog. And one step forward with the feet. Bring the hips higher. Relax the shoulders, the spine. Good, and then from there, inhaling, bring the left leg up. You bring yourself forward and then foot in between the hands. If it doesn't reach, then you just hold the foot and bring it forward with the help of the hand. That's it. And then bring the other leg towards the front. Forward folds. Inhaling halfway up. Good, and from here, soften the knees and coming all the way up. Exhaling, lowering down. Smash it. Very good. So if you get tired in the sequences, you can, when we're doing the downward facing dog, then you can rest. So here we'll be doing some breathing, and then after a vinyasa, so you can here rest in Sashankasana, for example, resting with the knees together and just having a few breaths, and then just join after the vinyasa. So vinyasa we called in this sequence as well to the combination of these three positions that repeat again and again. We'll see it now. So bring the big toes touching, shoulders back and down. We're going to try to do it now with the breathing. So inhaling, coming up, exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway up. Good. And exhaling, right leg back. Then the left. Knees down. And chaturanga, coming up. Up dog, inhaling. Tuck the toes under, exhaling, downward facing dog. One step forward. Breathe there. Good, and then inhaling. We're doing the short practice. Bring yourself forward and the right leg in between the hands. And then the other leg comes forward. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway up. And all the way up. Arms together. Exhaling, lowering down. Good. Now we do the other side. So inhaling and exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway up. Exhaling, left leg. Then the right. Knees down. Elbows towards you. And baby chaturanga. Inhaling, up dog. Good. Tuck the toes under. Exhaling, downward facing dog. One step forward. Inhale and exhale. Soften the shoulders. Lift from the hips. Good. And then inhaling, bring yourself forward. And then last push to bring the leg towards the front. Then the other leg. Halfway up. Exhaling, forward fold. And inhaling, coming all the way up. Good. And exhaling, downward and down. Very good. So now we're going to do a warrior one in between. Sorry, I said I was going to mention about the vinyasa. So the vinyasa is the downward facing dog, upward facing dog, and the chaturanga. So bring the big toes touching, shoulders back and down. Soften the knees, inhaling, come up. Look up. Exhaling, spread the arms, bring the hips to the back, stomach in, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway up. Exhaling, bring the right leg back, and on the same exhale, the left. Bring the knees down. Inhaling, prepare the elbows, and then as we exhale, we come in lower down onto chaturanga. Inhaling up dog. Tuck the toes under. Exhaling, downward facing dog. And one step forward with both feet. Breathe slowly. Relax the shoulders. Good, and then from here, we bring just the right leg forward. The back heel is slightly coming in to align both heels. Hips towards the front. Inhaling, coming up to warrior one. Bring the palms together. Make sure there's no tension on the shoulders. Shoulders relaxed, but arms actively touching together and bringing those arms as closer to the ears as possible. And we do just 3 rounds of breath on each position. So with the next exhalation, bring the hands all the way down, each side of the foot. Good, and then bring the leg back. Baby Chaturanga, both knees down, elbows towards the side. Inhaling, coming up dog. Exhaling, tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. 1 step forward. Good, and then bring the right leg forward for our warrior 1 with the left side. Inhaling, coming up. Relax the shoulders. Inhale and exhale. 2 more rounds of breath. And with the exhalation, we bring the hands down and bring the leg towards the back. Knees down, baby Chaturanga. Lowering down, inhaling up dog. Exhaling, tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. 1 step forward. Good. And then inhaling, bring the right leg forward. Closing the sequence. Exhaling the left. Halfway up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, soften the knees. Come all the way up. Hips forward. Palms together. And exhaling, lowering down. Very good. So we're going to do just one more with warrior 2. Soften the knees, inhaling. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling with the left leg back this time. Then the right. Both knees down. Baby Chaturanga. Inhaling up dog. Tuck the toes under. Exhaling, downward facing dog. 1 step forward with both feet. You can rest in Sashankasana on the floor. It feels good. It helps to activate the lymphatic system of the whole body. Good. And then from there, we're going to bring the right leg forward in between the hands and drop the back heel. And this time the hips are open towards the side for warrior 2. Look into the middle finger. Making sure you're not leaning towards the back. Bring the shoulder back to activate the glutes of the back leg. And on the exhalation of your 3rd round of breath, we bring the hands down to each side of the mat. And then bring the leg back, knees down, baby Chaturanga. Inhaling, up dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. 1 step forward. Good. And then from there, we do the left one. Inhaling, left leg forward. Inhaling, warrior 2. Look into the middle finger. 3 rounds of breath here. And on the exhalation, then we bring the hands down. Let's bring the leg towards the back, both knees down. Vinyasa, baby Chaturanga. Inhaling up dog. Tuck the toes under. Exhaling, downward facing dog. 1 step forward with both feet. Stretch the hips, the legs, and then inhaling, left leg forward. Then the right, halfway up, inhale. Exhaling, forward fold. Soften the knees, inhaling, come up. Look up and exhaling, lowering down. Samastahiti. And now we open the legs slightly wider and hold the hand with the wrist with the opposite hand, shoulders back and down, the knees are soft, the toes active, and close your eyes. Shitali Tadasana. This is the standing position where we can notice some changes in our body. You can notice the heat, the rhythm of your heartbeat, and so many other beautiful changes that are happening in your body that we can't see, but they're still there. You can gently open your eyes with a few blinks, release the hands, and when you're ready to move, go and grab your blanket to get ready for your Savasana. Well done for your practice. Well done for trying, for following. It's a challenging practice. It's more about the cardio. But as I said, it would be different from next week. So just cover yourself, stretch the legs, stretch the arms, chin to chest, eyes closed, gaze up, your jaw relaxed, allowing the root of your tongue feels heavier into your mouth, feeling the jaw completely relaxed. Make sure there's no tension on the back of the crown of the head. If there is, just readjust the chin. And allow your breathing to become free. Enjoying to be present, to be relaxed, to be at rest. Good, and then start wiggling your fingers and your toes, increasing your breathing, deepening the breath. And with the next inhalation, bring the feet together and bend one knee at a time. Keep your eyes closed. Lengthen the spine, chin to chest. Sorry. And when you're ready, roll towards the right side. Stay there for a couple of breaths. Good, and then keeping your eyes closed, inhaling using hands to come up to a sitting position that you feel comfortable, trying to have the spine as straight as you can. Bringing the chin towards the chest, lengthening from the top of the crown of the head. Inhaling, bringing the palms together at the level of the heart, pressing gently. And we close the session as a way of union with one Om. When you're ready, inhale deeply. Inhale and exhale. And with the palms together, inhaling, bring the thumbs to the third eye for the right thoughts, and exhale. Inhaling, bring them closer to the mouth for the right word, right say, and exhale. And inhaling, bring them closer to the heart center for the right feelings and compassion, and exhale. And with a few blinks, open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you for joining. And remember, when we mention about compassion is not only about everyone else, but also compassion about ourselves. So let's try to be gentle and try to be loving to ourselves. That is very important. Have a lovely weekend, and I see you next week.